Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday morning. I thought it was I thought it was Thursday for a second. So this is Gina B of Embracing Imperfect, and I'm just here going to give you a short little video today. And I just wanted to maintain the practice of coming on at 11 a.m. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays to talk to you guys about what's going on. And today I wanted to actually talk about hope. So, as the parent of two kids with disabilities, hope can sometimes be really hard to come by. And you can get really discouraged on this journey. And I wanted to share a little bit about that right now because where I'm in my journey is a difficult place to be. So my first issue is that my kids are getting older. My autistic daughter is going to be 12 in September, and my daughter who has Down syndrome is already 14. She will be 15 in January, which means we have less than 4 years before she's an adult. And so that brings with it a whole lot of scary choices, life choices, big decisions have to be made. We have to make decisions about her independence in the next couple of years. And as someone who believes that things can be healed with proper food and nutrition, I kind of feel all of a sudden under the gun. I feel like things have got to happen and they've got to happen now and I've got to make them happen, and why aren't they happening? Right? So that can make you feel really hopeless when they're not moving as forward and as fast as they've made progress in other things in the past. They've had regressions, and we're trying to deal with that as well. But I wanted to share with you my current journey with Zoe. Out of respect for her privacy, I'm not going to detail what's going on for her. Let's just say that what's going on for her is definitely a physical issue. It's definitely regression. And it's extremely problematic. And it's obviously something not well is going on in her body, and I don't know how to fix it. And I have tried everything, and we have a new doctor. We had a forestall our second visit to our biomed doctor, which is a little frustrating. It's been going on for a couple of months. So before we started going to this doctor, this was happening. And she's on probiotics and all these things. And the diet has been so lately. It's a real struggle in the summer when they're home to feed them properly and appropriately. And she's recently gone through a growth spurt, so she wants to eat like all the time. Her body's changing. She's starting puberty. So all these things are going on, and we have this really painful issue going on that I don't know how to address. And I don't know where to go from here. So I think the question that I wanted to ask today is, how do you maintain hope when things are not moving along? So just because I can't see things moving along doesn't mean that the supplements and the probiotics and all that aren't doing their job to an extent. It doesn't mean that other factors are not coming into play, like stress and heat. Our air conditioner went out, so please excuse me if I seem flustered because it's about 90 degrees in here. And the repair guy was supposed to come yesterday, and they lost the part, and I'm hopeful that they will come today and fix our air conditioning because our family members don't do well in the heat. But anyway, so I'm dealing with this issue, and it's not resolving itself. It's not getting better. I'm stumped what to do. And then I get into this kind of fear freeze thing where nothing's working and I don't want to push her too hard, and maybe I shouldn't be doing anything. So on one angle, I am taking certain measures. I am trying to find out if there's a reward that she gets. So sometimes kids, they get a payoff of something that they shouldn't be doing, and you don't, sometimes when your kids are disabled or autistic, you think, well, they don't know any better. And sometimes they do, and they're, and I want to say that they're playing you, but they're they're like, you know, I get this payoff of, I remember when mommy used to do this for me and it feels good and I want to go back to that instead of being the grown-up girl I should be. They do that sometimes, and we have dealt with that in the past. So I think a little bit of that might be going on, and I'm trying to balance that thing of taking care of the situation and yet not making it so uncomfortable and unpleasant that she's put at risk to get some kind of, you know, infection or something. But making it so that, you know, there's no payoff here. This is going to be unpleasant. We have to work on this, and you just got to do it or go back to what you used to do normally. So it's really complicated, and it's so easy to lose hope. And there's the thing with your kids. When you lose hope, you tend to get frustrated. And when you get frustrated, then you scream at them. And I'm sorry, I'm guilty of this. I know, you would think that parents who have disabled children never ever yell at their kids, ever. We're so perfect, right? But I yelled at her a little bit yesterday, and I had to be fair, it was like 95 degrees in everywhere except the one room where we had a window air conditioner, and everybody was on edge, and the kids didn't want to sleep together in the same bed, and that was the only way we could wrangle it. And so we were all really on edge. So I didn't even, sadly, try to calm down because I was overheating, and I was so hot. I was like, I couldn't figure out if I was just hot or having a hot flash or both. So, and I forgave myself for that. You know what? I lost my temper. It was hot. We were all hot. We were all stressed. We were all ratcheted up. She was bored because there's only summer school is only 3 short days a week. And you know, we're just, Chris and I work, so we're kind of stuck here until they can get to school, you know. Or it's time for us to get out of work and we can take them out. So it's been a little bit of a struggle dealing with this issue. And I kind of, so you get to this point where you're like, I have no hope. And you're careening towards despair, right? And the thing is, you think about your friends who have gone through these problems. And what I wanted to say was that I noticed that my friends who have recovered a child or partially recovered a child, I feel like there's 2 different mindsets, because I feel like when I listen to them, as I've listened to them over the years, they've all had regressions, or they are all like, I don't know why this came back, or all of a sudden it's puberty, I'm back to stage 1, but they keep pushing through. They're like, it's okay, just, you know, it sucks, and this is a problem, and this, you know, we've been dealing with this problem for X amount of months, but we're not giving up hope. We're pushing through. And you feel like that encourages you, because you feel like, you know what? I always look at this person and that person and I go, they're 100% amazing. They're amazing parents. They've healed their kids. Their kids are perfect. And then things crop up and they get just as floundered and flustered as I do. So nobody's winning any awards for the best parent, right? We're just all doing this to help our kids get better and feel better. And so what I decided to do last night, I just kind of, you know, I the other night got down on my knees and begged God for a solution and to guide me to the next thing. And then I thought, well, what am I going to do? Because even if you believe in God, right, you have to do things, right? Like if you get fired and you're a Christian, you don't sit home and say, well, I don't have to work on my resume because somebody will ring my door with a job, right? You have to go out there and do what you have to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is start eliminating the payoff, which means I'm going to have less time for this and for my business in the next week or 2, because I'm going to have to put more time into hand-holding my daughter in order to break the payoff for this thing. Number 2, we're not going back to the doctor for 11 more days, but I am definitely going to start doing some research online. I am considering, I can't even believe I'm saying this, but I'm considering taking nightshades out of their diet. It's one of the few things we haven't tried removing from their diet, and it's a lot of things they eat. It's in peppers and tomatoes. So it's a great bulk of what they eat, what they like to eat. And to remove peppers from my daughter it's one of the few vegetables she eats. And I don't know, is it a vegetable or is it a fruit? I feel like every time I think something is a vegetable, like tomato is a fruit. But so, you know, I'm going to work forward on that. I'm thinking of other ideas on this particular problem. I definitely think this is a problem that we really need the doctor for, though. So I'm going to work on diet ideas. I'm not sitting around doing nothing, but I'm also not sitting here in despair. This thing sucks. She's got summer school ending this week, but she has middle school in a couple of weeks by the end of the month. And I think in 4 weeks she starts. And this is not something she wants to have while she's in school, but she doesn't cognitively understand that, right? So how do I can't explain, it's hard to explain a thing like that without shaming her. So I don't want to do that, but I don't want to lose hope. So it got to the end of the rope of, you know, I've cried about this, I've screamed about this, I've yelled at her about this, I've had fights with my husband because I'm at the end of my ropes with this. I've thrown in the towel, I've done the pretend to be happy and optimistic thing, and I feel like I'm past that now. I'm just past that. It is what it is. I'm down in a routine on how to fix it. I'm going to break my routine so that she becomes more independent and takes care of herself. And again, like I said, no payoff for this. And hopefully that won't harm her. And if I feel in my heart and my gut that it's something that absolutely she has zero control over, which I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. She's lately, you know, when they're on this, just starting to become a teen, just starting to go into puberty, they exercise a lot of manipulative control. I know that from my other daughter, and she's kind of an angel kid, and I've seen it in her. So, and you know, I remember being that way when I was a teen. So it's a normal thing. But I just wanted to let you know that at the end of the day, when you're at the end of the rope, you can actually kind of get so far down that you just nowhere to go but up, and you just break through it, and you just do what you got to do, and you know, wait for the doctor's visit, look into the diet, look into breaking her payoffs, and hope for the best, right? It's just hope. And if she has, I don't think she'll have this forever, because it's definitely a physical medical issue. And so we definitely need to heal it in some way. And if this doctor can't do it, then we need to go to another doctor, right? Or go to more extreme measures or something. So that's what I wanted to say to you about hope. I don't give up hope. Just don't. Even if you feel like you're so far down that road, just then go the distance and break through. You're not going to give up on your kids. You're never going to give up on your kids. You love them, right? I love her so much, and I want her to have such a great life. And I know she can, and I know she will. And I have to look at this like a medical issue and a behavioral issue, and we'll get past it. We will. I have to have faith that we'll get past it, because the other thing is, when you lose hope, you lose faith, right? So then as soon as you're like, you know what, this can't ever get better, I've done everything. But have I done everything? I don't know. I've done as much as possible, but I could probably do more. And it's not all on me, right? It's all up to her body and her physical, and, you know, I believe in God, so it's in his hands too. The doctor will help, a diet will help, all these things will help. So, just wanted to say a few words about not giving up hope, even when you're in a situation that you're just like, oh, I just don't want to be in this anymore. I just want to get on a plane and go to the Bahamas by myself, right? I think we've all felt that way, and that's okay. It's okay to feel that way. Hey, maybe it's okay to plan for a day away one day, or a couple of hours away, or something a little bit away. But for now, just push through. It's a little easier said than done, but I feel like I did push through, and there is another side. even when you're in the midst of a thing that isn't healing. Okay, so that's it from Embracing Imperfect today. Tomorrow, I have a topic for tomorrow, but I can't remember it right now. I'll advertise it as I think of it. So please come back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, and it'll be a short one tomorrow because I also have an IAP meeting in the afternoon. But I just wanted to say thank you, and don't lose hope. Embrace the imperfect within you. Bye.